The Lord never tires of forgiving. It is we who are tired of asking forgiveness. A little bit of mercy makes the world less cold and more just. Too often we participate in globalization of indifference. May we strive instead to live global solidarity. Let us care for one another and let us be loving custodians of creation. Kindness is firm and persevering intention to others, even the unfriendly. We must restore hope to young people, help the old, be open to the future, spread love, be poor among the poor. We need to include the excluded and preach the peace. We'll never be disillusioned or lose our way if we are guided by God. We all have the duty to do good. Grace is not part of consciousness, it is the amount of light in our souls, not knowledge nor reason. Education is not about knowing things or taking lessons, but about being able to use three lingos, those of the head, the heart, and the hands. Learning so that you can think about what you feel and do, can feel what you think and do, and can do what you feel and think. Unity within a person. We receive this world as an inheritance from the past generations, but also as a loan from the future generations to whom we'll have to return it. Do not be afraid of making decisive choices in life. Have faith. The Lord will not abandon you. Although the life of a person is in a land full of thorns and weeds, there is always a space in which the good seed can grow. You have to trust God. Although the life of a person is in a land full of thorns and weeds, there is always space in which the good seed can grow. You have to trust God. God's love calls us to move beyond fear. We ask God for the courage to put on faith, hope, and love as we go out into the world and become the Word in body as well as spirit. Life is a journey. When we stop, things do not go right. We must always walk in the presence of the Lord, in the light of the Lord, always trying to live in an irrepressible way. Having doubts and fears is not a sin. The sin is to allow these fears to determine our responses, to limit our choices, to compromise respect and generosity, to feed hostility and rejection. The sin is to refuse to encounter the other, the different, the neighbor, when this is in fact a privileged opportunity to encounter the Lord, to overcome our fears so as to encounter the other, to welcome, to know and to acknowledge him or her. Even hope, like all good things in this world, has enemies. Hope is the push in the heart of those who leave their home and sometimes their family and relatives and thinking of migrants to find a better life with more dignity for themselves and their loved ones. It's also the push in the heart of those who welcome the desire to encounter, meet, dialogue. Hope is the push to share the journey. This is important to get know people, listen, expand the circle of ideas. The world is crisscrossed by roads that come closer together and move apart. But important thing is that they lead towards the good. Openness to God makes us open towards the marginalized in this world and gives us the courage to leave confines of our own security and comfort to become bruised, hurting, and dirty as we joyfully approach the suffering other in a spirit of solidarity. Our hope must be Our efforts must aim at restoring hope, righting wrongs, maintaining commitments, and thus promoting the well being of individuals and of peoples. The faith we proclaim tonight makes us see God present in all those situations where we think He's absent. He's present in the unwelcome visitor, often unrecognizable, who walks through our cities and our neighborhood, who travels on our buses and knocks on our doors.